Get on board with crypto. Sheesh. Hello, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Blast Up Ribs. It's been a minute, but we're back. We're back on it. We're back on top of things. We're going to do a Terra Luna 2.0 today. But if you don't, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Also, head on over to the Twitter and follow me on the Twitter, BlastOffWRibs. That's me. Also, stay tuned all the way to the end. There's some great stuff coming near the end that I'll go over, so please stay tuned. But today, we are talking about Terra Luna 2.0. Well, not 2.0 for Terra Luna, but part 2. So what do we want to get into today? Some of it's really basic stuff, really. So if you're really trying to get into Terra Luna, really go to their website, which is terra.money. So go to their website, check them out, and you can learn a whole lot. Not only about what they're attempting to do, which is a whole lot of stuff, hence why we have a part 2 and potentially a part 3, but I want to keep these videos really short for you, so that way everyone can stay tuned much longer. So, programmable money for the internet. Sounds pretty cool. But if you do want to learn and discover more about Terra Luna, check out their website, terra.money, and you can go to the intro, you can see podcast interviews, you can see their white paper, and you can see on how to get started with staking Luna and a guide to their wallet. Also, for developers, go to the build section and you can get developer documentation. There's a Terra Academy if you want to learn how to write smart contracts or how to integrate it with the web app. And the Academy has you covered. Same thing with JavaScript, Python. They're on GitHub, and you can find bugs for a bounty, apparently. So let's click on that. So right here, this is for developers. So if you don't know, if you are not a developer and you're just a consumer, this is not for you. The staking, the wallet, the ecosystem itself is probably more for you if you are not a developer. But this will allow you to allow them to know when there are bugs in the system so you can report it directly to them. I'm not a developer, so I don't really know what this really is, but as you can see here, you can check out a whole bunch of different categories and see what part is bugging out and then let them know based on the drop downs, description of that and everything. So if you're a developer, this is a good tool. The GitHub repository. So you can see everything on here on GitHub, their documents, when things are flowing, different assets. You can see the different HTML, Python, JavaScript, CSS. So the different code languages that you can use and that are being used on Terra. So check that out as well. They have the Terra SDK. So you can go on here and install them. For use of the blockchain, so this is a support mechanism, so developers are supporting the network, not just people who own the tokens. So there is a deeper method to supporting each and every different cryptocurrency. So that was the JavaScript. This is the Python SDK, so you can go on here and see all the different things you can do with that: minting, oracle, parameters, slashing, staking, Tendermint, core references, user guides, SDK references. So if you are looking to get into Terra Luna, there you go. That is a good introduction to that if you're trying to build. Also a good tool if you're trying to learn how to do a lot of this stuff. Like, I don't know how to code. That is on my to-do list. I just have too many things on my to-do list. Up until next year, actually in April, I should be freeing up plenty of time to hopefully learn how to code and support more networks, which would be fantastic. So check this out if you want to. Also, there's a networking aspect of it: smart staking, DeFi, stake IDs, a whole lot of different things. You can become a validator, join the validator Discord. These are good tools for also supporting the network. So validators validate transactions on the blockchain, which helps create more blocks. Go down the rabbit holes. There's literally each and every one of these things, it's its own rabbit hole for you. So please, if you're looking to get into it, this is what it is. Just go to their website. Airdrops. So if you are looking to get airdrops, always, and this goes for anything, always go to their website. This website has a specific airdrops location. So that's the only place it's going to come from is the website. Never trust what anybody says on the internet because there are a lot of scammers. So that's some pretty good advice. So take it. But they're also looking to bridge a whole lot of networks. So obviously there's the Anchor protocol, the Pylon protocol, and the Mirror protocols. These are integrated into the apps for Terra, part of the ecosystem. So Terraform Labs incubated. So check that out as well. And this one's talking about Terabytes, the community-hosted podcasts. So if you want to look at podcasts and other media stuff, community articles, bounties, so Flipside crypto bounties, earn Luna by visualizing blockchain data, and community content bounties, so create content around Terra and earn UST. So United States Terra. So you can earn, there's many ways to earn Terra on this website right here. So if you want to earn some and not have to buy some, collect some bounties. And then there's the Academy, which teaches you a whole lot of different things. So, from the beginning to end, as intro to Rust. So there's a whole lot of different information on here. Check out terra.money because you will not be disappointed. I've gone through a whole lot on here. I haven't really gone through anything, actually, but this is the website. Terra is a large ecosystem, so it's really difficult to get too deeply into it without making videos very long. And I tend to like to do one cut, and hopefully that cut will be good enough. If not, then I redo a cut. So it does take me a while to make these videos, so I do apologize for that, but I also haven't been active, so that's also my fault. So I do apologize for that. But this is Terra. This is the second one. I think the third part will be a little more in depth on each different section. So the learn, the build, the network, the ecosystem, the community, and the academy. And then even getting further into where you can go to communicate with people on Terra. And that would be generally the best place, I think, is their Discords. Also, Telegram is a good way to go about it. I do feel that Discord is a bit safer. The developers and the community admins are definitely going to be better on Discord. Either way, there's scammers on both, so always be careful, when you are doing anything on the internet. Always be careful. So that's it for Terra. But I do want to announce that, I have not been doing nothing the last few weeks here. I just want to say to the community, thank you for watching my videos and everything. It's been a huge support. I know I've been lacking, so I'm going to do better about that. I have been talking with a few different avenues to take because so Blast Off with the Ribs is not only trying to just be a community channel, it's meant to be a learning space and then also a support mechanism for blockchain specifically. So I've been doing a crap load of research. I've been developing a business plan for supporting networks, running nodes, making passive incomes, and then having that be developed even further. So I am working on a whole lot of different things. I've had to do a lot of data compilation for a few different cryptocurrencies and blockchains that support the Ethereum blockchain, that support the Avalanche blockchain, that support the Polygon blockchain, and a few others. So I will not be releasing any of that data since it is for my business plan, but I can at least get into it once we start doing the research aspect of these things, because this is something that anyone can do. So now granted, you do need to have some type of funds. You do need to already be slightly integrated into things. So I hope that they do come to fruition and that everything works out, because who knows, man? Everything has been I feel like a lot of the space has been in a negative territory, with Russia invading Ukraine. Very tragic. I am a supporter of Ukraine. I am not pro-war. I do not believe in war at all, although it does stimulate economies in different ways. It creates different tensions between certain people, and the goal is to help support those in need. So that being said, there are people in Russia that are not supportive of what their country is doing. So, cryptocurrency is here to help. As you can see, a lot of people have been donating Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's the only one. I don't know if they've ventured off into other ones, but Bitcoin seems to be the major one. People have been donating to their cause. They've raised several millions of dollars. I think 30 something million in Bitcoin have gone to the cause of Ukraine to help the people there. So I hope that is beneficial. A lot of people have been fleeing the country. Their funds have been tied up because, destruction of cities, destructions of properties, destruction. I mean, there was almost a nuclear fire. Almost. I think that was contained. But people do not have access to funds. Banking systems don't hold 100% of your funds there. They loan it out. It is tied up in other things. So how do people get their cash? Well, they can't. They can't get cash. They can use digital funds to purchase things as long as their banking system is even functionable. So with cryptocurrencies, if any of these things are happening, you still have access to funds in order to pay for things. So you can go, like a lot of people, I think there was one instance on Twitter where a person was like so grateful that they had Bitcoin because they fled their country. They had no physical cash. Their bank was shut down because of it. Think about what's happening in Ukraine. So any particular reason. So crypto has actually been beneficial to a lot of those people who have not been able to access funds. Now, the same would go for Russia. They've been sanctioned. There have been numerous sanctions against them. Yes. Will they turn to Bitcoin? Who knows? They've been stockpiling gold and other commodities, and now the world has been suffering due to the fact that they are a major exporter of oil. As you can see, prices have been significantly going up since then. So, yeah, they can benefit from using it too. Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies were developed to support war efforts, because that is not what they were developed for. They were developed for if the government decides to cut you off of your funds, you still have access to cryptocurrencies, which is another means of funds because it's decentralized. Now, if you hold it in a wallet that you own the key for, you have physical ownership of the key, you now have full custody of your crypto. Now, if you leave it on an exchange like Coinbase or Binance or whatever, those are custodial aspects. They can actually shut down your account. They can take whatever you have on those accounts, either for themselves, government sanctions, blah, blah, blah. They are restricted since they're centralized exchanges. They're not decentralized exchanges. Like, say, Uniswap or PancakeSwap, where you don't hold physical funds on their platform. You hold it in your wallet that you own the keys to. So it's very beneficial, more beneficial than it is a negative aspect. So take it as you will. That is my little take on that. So I really hope anyone who's been affected in Ukraine and in Russia negatively due to the war, I really hope that cryptocurrency is their savior. I really hope that they are able to get exactly what they need every day to survive. For those of you out there who are anti-war, I really hope it helps them the most. I really hope it helps a lot of the people in Ukraine as well. So with that being said, keep blasting off, keep supporting the networks, and keep supporting any cryptocurrencies that you find to be worth it. So not financial advice at all, but that is what it is. So that being said, keep blasting off, everybody. That's it for today. Till next time. Get on board with crypto. Sheesh.